Hi team, this is Kamal from ProMidas, and this is a small video which will tell you about how to maintain the digital cinema equipment during the lockdown period. This video would help a cinema owner or the exhibitor to understand the basic procedure of turning on the digital cinema equipments and running it for 10 minutes and then shutting it down. In case of absence of a projectionist, this video would be very helpful during this lockdown period. Before you turn on any of the digital cinema equipment, it is better to check the cable connections physically and to make sure that the cables are intact. Because during the lockdown period, we could have rats damage the cables or other factors which could have caused damage to the cables. Once you ensure all the physical cable connections are fine, then the first step you have to do is to turn on the UPS. And before you turn on the UPS, if your UPS has been shut down for a long time, there are chances that the battery might be discharged. So it is better to turn on the UPS and let it on for 15 to 20 minutes so the battery gets charged, and then turn on your cinema equipments. Kindly ensure that the cabin is dust free, and then once you dust free the cabin, then also make sure there is no humidity or the AC. If the AC is turn on for a long time, it could cause moisture, and you can use the silicone bags which is shown in the video. If you have any moisture or humidity issue, you could use this. Once you dust free the cabin, then make sure you take the lens cap off from the projector and clean the lens before you turn on anything. Also ensure that the exhaust fan is turned on, and the exhaust should be dust free because one end of the exhaust will be open. Kindly ensure that there is no dust which is coming from the outside. As we show in the picture, the one end of the exhaust will go to the roof or a open-ended wall. So it is better to ensure that there is no water or any insects or dust coming through this open end, and then turn on the exhaust fan. Once you ensure there is no dust or the exhaust is dust free, then you turn on the projector. The picture shows Barco projector, and the power switch would be on the side or on the rear end based on the model. Same way, Christie and NEC would have power switch on the side or the back of the projector. So once you turn on, and most importantly, the tail indicators, and these are the indicator which would tell you the health of the projector. Once you turn on the projector, it takes 10 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes based on the model, and the green indicates the projector is on good health, yellow means there is a warning, and red indicates that there is some errors. Once you turn on the projector, the next step is to turn on the audio system. So I would recommend you to turn on the amplifiers one by one with an interval of 2 to 3 minutes. So if any of the amplifier has gone bad, it will avoid damaging the other equipments. So this 3 minutes gap will give you enough time to check the equipment. Once all the amplifiers and crossovers are on, then turn on the processor. The audio processor shown in the picture is Dolby CP850, the Atmos processor. This is the only processor which has an internal battery, and it needs to be turned on every 2 weeks or 3 weeks to make sure the battery inside the processor doesn't go bad. Once both the projector and audio system is on, you could turn on the server and do a playback test by selecting a trailer. I recommend you to play back for 15 to 20 minutes, and once the playback test is over, I recommend you to turn off the lamp and wait for 5 minutes to cool down the projector. Once you turn off the lamp, I recommend you to wait for 5 minutes and then turn off the projector using the power switch. And then also ensure that you turn off the exhaust after 5 minutes so it can cool down the lamp. And then in the meantime, you can also turn off the audio processor and the audio rack system. Kindly ensure when everything is turned off, don't forget to put back the lens cap back on the projector lens. So this whole procedure is just a simple on-off procedure, and if at all you run through any of the problem, we recommend you to contact your respective digital cinema service provider. And we could do a basic over-the-telephone support, but we recommend you to start with your service provider. Thank you. I would like to thank our partner Digipix for helping us during this difficult times, and also we have our contact information on this slide for any of the digital cinema equipments or service or help. Thank you very much for your time and your patience. Once again, we thank everyone out there, and be safe.